The Gun Devil wiped out millions of people in Chainsaw Man. But guess what? That wasn't even the strongest one. There are devils out there way scarier. Some are so OP, they could literally kill you with just one look. So now, the real question is, who's the most overpowered devil in Chainsaw Man? First off, we're only talking about devils from the original Chainsaw Man manga and anime. So yeah, no spin-offs or side stories this time. Second, we're not ranking them by how cool they look or how easy they are to control. This is all about their powers and how scary they really are. We'll be ranking them based on three things: how strong their power sounds, how much people fear them, and how they use that power. Now, some devils might end up lower than you expect, but that's just because we haven't seen them go full crazy mode yet. So for now, we're ranking them based on what we do know. And hey, when we learn more later, this list could totally change. If you want me to make an updated version, just let me know. But that being said, let's go ahead and kick things off with the top 15 strongest devils in Chainsaw Man.
Let's go.
Number 15, Angel Devil. We're starting things off with the second strongest devil in Tokyo Special Division 4, the Angel Devil. This dude's power is seriously scary. Just by touching someone, he can drain their life away. Hold on for a few seconds too long, and boom, you're gone. There's literally no pain and no screaming. Just lights out. The only catch is that it has to be skin-to-skin contact. He literally has to touch you. But that's not even the craziest part. The Angel Devil can use all the life he's taken to make weapons from his halo. The more years he uses, the stronger the weapon gets, starting from 5 years all the way up to over 1,000. We're talking swords that can slice through ghosts and even a spear strong enough to one-shot Denji. The sad part is that he dreams about every single person he's taken life from. Still, that doesn't change the fact that his ability is insanely powerful, so no wonder he's one of the top agents in the division. And if he's low on the list, you just know the next devils are gonna be even crazier. Next up, we've got the Cursed Devil, and this one is straight up terrifying. Here's how it works. Every time someone gets stabbed with a special nail, the Cursed Devil shows up, and when it does, things get real ugly. Uglier than your mom.
Whoa, 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 hey, hey, hey.
It grabs you by the arms, bites down, and crushes your whole body like a soda can. It might not sound like much at first, but trust me, it was strong enough to take down Katana Man. The only reason he lived was because Sawatari stepped in and saved him. But of course, there is a catch. To use the Cursed Devil's power, you have to give something up. Like when Aki had to trade a few years of his life just to summon it. It's a super risky deal. But if you're brave enough, or just plain crazy, it might be totally worth it. Number 13, Snake Devil. Since we just talked about the devil that killed Katana Man, let's move on to the one that actually saved him, the Snake Devil. Now, since devils get stronger based on how much humans fear them, it totally makes sense that this one's up here. I mean, come on! Snakes are already nightmare fuel for a lot of people, and its power is completely busted. The Snake Devil can swallow any other devil whole. Sounds simple, right? Well, that's where things become even weirder. It can spit them back out whenever it wants, which is disgusting, by the way.
Brother,
When it eats a devil, that devil comes back fully healed and under the Snake Devil's control. That's how it managed to control the Ghost Devil. Plus, being a giant snake is already scary enough on its own. But every time the user makes it eat or release a devil, they lose a fingernail. So yeah, it's painful, but still one of the most overpowered devils out there. Next up, we've got the Doll Devil. And honestly, with how creepy dolls already are, it's no shock that this one is super powerful. We don't know everything about it yet, like what kind of deal it needs or what its limits are. But from what we've seen, it's straight up nightmare fuel. The Doll Devil can turn real people into dolls and make them its loyal little puppets. And that's not even the worst part. The dolls can spread. Like some weird, creepy virus, they can turn other people into dolls too. There is a small catch though. You have to stay close to control them, and it mostly works on humans and fiends. Still, when Santa Claus used a piece of the Darkness Devil's flesh, they made one of the scariest dolls we've ever seen. Like straight up nightmare fuel. We might not know everything about this devil yet, but from what we have seen, it totally deserves its spot for creating an army of walking nightmares. Next up, we've got the Cosmos Devil. We only ever see her as a fiend in this story, which means even though she's super powerful, her body kinda limits what she can do. The Cosmos Devil is basically the fear of infinite knowledge. Yeah, it sounds weird, but when you really think about it, it's actually terrifying. She literally knows everything in the entire universe, and not just pointless facts or trivia. I mean everything. But there is one problem. Since she's a fiend, her body and mind can't handle all that info. That's why she can only say one word: Halloween. Still, her power is completely insane. I mean, she can pull people into her mind and make them understand everything at once. But obviously their brains can't handle it, so they just break and start saying Halloween over and over again. And remember, This is just her fiend form. The real Cosmos Devil is probably way scarier, which is exactly why she deserves a spot on this list. Number 10, Famine Devil. Alright, buckle up for this one, because things are about to get crazy. Meet the Famine Devil. She's one of the 4 horsemen, and her power is seriously wild. She can suck the life out of the others to make herself stronger. Sounds familiar, right? Well, she's kinda like the Angel's Devil power, but here's the big difference. The Famine Devil does it way faster and on a way bigger scale. Instead of just taking years off your life, she drains your entire life energy in seconds. With just one touch, she can turn someone into a straight-up corpse, and all that energy she steals, she uses it to heal herself, almost instantly. Even the tiniest bit helps. She can fix injuries just by draining a few ants. That is why she is so hard to kill. I mean, you could blow her up, cut her apart, even take her head off, and she'll just walk it off like nothing even happened. Her power works on humans, devils, and fiends, so she's basically got unlimited fuel. But here's the wildest part. She's only number 10 on this list, which means the devils above her are literally walking disasters. Next up, we've got one of the weirdest devils out there, the Hell Devil. It's literally the fear of hell itself. So what do you think its power is? Yup, sending people straight to hell. The Hell Devil can open a giant portal and drag as many people as it wants right into the flames. It does this by summoning a huge 6-fingered hand that reaches down from the sky and snatches them up. And honestly, that's really about all we know for now. But there is a big catch. Summoning it isn't easy at all. One time, it took 3 kids and a dead body just to call it out. Still, it's not hard to see why this devil made the list. I mean, come on! It's the Hell Devil, the place where all devils come from. But it's kind of weird that it's not number 1. Anyway, it's time to meet yet another one of the 4 horsemen, the War Devil. And yeah, this one's completely nuts. If you're wondering if she's overpowered, oh, 100%. The War Devil can turn anything into a weapon. And I mean anything. A human, a devil, even a pencil. But here's the catch. It only works if whatever she's using belongs to her or if she believes it does. And get this, the more guilty she feels while turning something into a weapon, the stronger it gets. If she uses a devil as a weapon, she can even take over their contracts and use their powers as levels no one else could ever reach. The War Devil is easily one of the strongest characters in the entire series. And the crazy thing is, we haven't even seen her full power yet. Number 7, Falling Devil. After all that, you'd think we'd be done with the scary ones. But no, it's about to get way crazier, because now we're talking about one of the Primal Fears, the Falling Devil. Primal Fears are basically the oldest and strongest devils out there. They're born from fears that every human has, and that means they're almost impossible to kill. I mean, you can't really destroy them, but there are special ways to control them. So what's the Falling Devil's power? Of course, she controls gravity. Yeah, she can make things float, flip, or fall however she wants. And that alone is already totally broken. But oh, it doesn't stop there. She can open doors to hell and move between earth and hell like it is nothing. And she can mess with your mind, filling it with dark thoughts until you just give up completely. She even shoots giant energy beams from the sky. It's like a freaking orbital laser. She even one-shotted the Justice Devil with one of those blasts. And when I say she's tough, I mean she's really tough, like Famine Devil level tough. She can heal super fast and survive getting blown to bits. That's what makes Primal Fears so scary, because they've all got god tier stats. But she does have one weakness. Her body is kinda fragile. Even bullets can break her bones, though honestly, that's more like a speed bump than an actual weakness. So, with all that power, why is she only number 7? Well, because the one we saw isn't the real one. She's a resurrected version, meaning she's way weaker than her true self. So for now, she stays here on the list, but her real power is still hiding out in the shadows. Number 6, Control Devil. But this time, we have a total fan favorite from both manga readers and anime watchers. It's the Control Devil, or as most people know her, Makima. Makima's power is honestly terrifying, kinda hot. She can take control of anyone she believes she's above. Doesn't matter if you're a human, a devil, an animal, or even a fiend. If she thinks you're below her, you will follow her orders like a robot. She can even make you use your own devil powers like it's no big deal. And all she has to do is think she's better than you. That's it. Oh, and it gets even crazier. She can see through the eyes of the people she controls, and even possesses them whenever she wants. No limits, no distance, no time rules. So yeah, she's basically got an army of spies, from rats to birds, watching the entire world for her. And guess what? She can control the dead too. I mean, some people, like Angel, can try to fight it off, but it almost never works. Oh, and did I mention the force powers? Yeah, she can crush people from far away or blast them across the room like it's nothing. She even managed to hurt a Primal Fear with it. What makes her so dangerous is that her powers work both up close and long distance, so there's really no safe place to run. With all that power, Makima could literally have anyone in the world under her control if she wanted to, and that is what makes her so scary. Number 5. Aging Devil. We've finally made it to the top 5 most overpowered devils, and what better way to kick things off than with another primal fear? Meet the Aging Devil. Like most primals, it's basically immortal and can open portals to hell whenever it wants. But here's what makes it super scary. It controls aging itself, and with that power, it can control time. Yep, it can literally stop time. It even stopped a bullet fired by the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, that actually happened. The Aging Devil can also age people just by touching them, turning them into dust in seconds. And if that isn't bad enough, it can hurt people from anywhere in the world by sacrificing someone else's body part. Basically, it can attack you from miles away. Then there's something called the Aging World. It's a place that it creates where time just stops. No one ages, no one dies, and even other devils lose their powers. It's basically its own private battlefield. Pretty broken, right? Oh, and just to remind you, this monster is only number 5. Number 4. Gun Devil. Coming in at number 4 is the devil who basically kicked off a huge part of the story, the Gun Devil. Now, here's the insane thing about it. The version we see in the series wasn't even his full power. We're only seeing a tiny piece of what he can really do, and even then, he's already insanely strong. This is the same devil that wiped out 1.2 million people around the world in just 5 minutes. Yeah, you heard that right. 5 minutes! His main power is all about bullets. His whole body is made of bullet flesh, so even when chunks of him get blown off, he's still super tough. Oh, and here's a pretty neat fact, which is also pretty disgusting. Other devils who eat his bullet flesh get stronger too. He can fire shots from hundreds of kilometers away, which makes him basically impossible to run from. He was so terrifying that people actually banned all guns just to try and weaken him. So yeah, this spot totally earned. Number 3. Darkness Devil. Now we're in the top 3, and things are about to get real dark. Literally. Because this devil represents one of the oldest fears that humans have. The fear of the unknown. The fear of the dark. It's the Darkness Devil, another one of the Primal Fears. And yeah, its power is exactly what you think. It controls darkness itself. When we first saw it in the manga, we got that super creepy scene with the praying astronauts. That moment alone was enough to show how terrifying this thing really is. It can form blades made of darkness with little bells on them, and if those bells start ringing after you're hit, your blood starts pouring out non-stop. And that's not all. It's got insane force powers too. The Darkness Devil can slice you apart or blast you away just by looking at you, or even by saying one word. And the worst part is, whatever it cuts, stays cut. You can't even heal. It can even summon other devils and then destroy them just because it can. And that's only from what we've seen so far. So yeah, it's horrifying. But somehow, there are still 2 devils out there, even stronger than this one. At number 2, we've got the devil that even other devils are scared of, Pochita, also known as the Chainsaw Devil. We've already seen some of his wild powers. That chainsaw body, his insane speed and strength, and his never give up energy that makes him basically unstoppable. But what really makes him terrifying? His ability to eat other devils. Yeah, he literally devours them. And when Pochita eats a devil, it doesn't just kill them, but it erases the idea of that devil completely. Like when he ate the Nazi devil, Nazis just stopped existing. No memories, no history, nothing, except for him, which is crazy. And Pochita can literally change reality itself by eating the right devils. The only catch is that those ideas might come back someday. But still, this guy can delete entire concepts from the world. Can anything top that? Well, yeah. The number 1 devil on this list. Number 1, Death Devil. And finally, the strongest devil of them all. Her name alone makes every other devil shake. The Death Devil. Everyone is scared of death in some way, right? Well, that's exactly why she is the most powerful. She's both one of the 4 horsemen and a primal fear. First off, she can't die. Like, at all. Not even if she wanted to. At least, not from what we've seen. Second, she can kill anyone. Just poof. Gone. No coming back. Unless she decides to bring you back. Yeah, she can resurrect people too. Basically, she controls both life and death. But that's not all. Anyone she kills and brings back becomes her servant. They don't have full control over themselves and they just follow her completely. Oh, and she can heal, make others stronger, and even teleport just because she can. We still haven't seen everything she's capable of yet, but from what we do know, it's pretty clear. The Death Devil is hands down the strongest devil of them all. But Who do you think should be number 1? Let us know down in the comments below. That is going to wrap up our video on the most overpowered devils in Chainsaw Man. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos just like this one.